Hello there, Aquarius. It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing a special reading. We are going to ask Spirit about your soul's purpose, the reason that you're here, the lesson that you are working on, and what it is that you're to create in this lifetime. So we'll take a look at the overall energies, and then we're going to get into some of the specifics about your light attributes, your shadow attributes, and what you are here to heal and how to bring into the world more love and light. So, and if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, let's get into it. Let's take a look first at your animal spirit, the energy of, an animal spirit that is here to help guide you. Koi fish spirit, there is always enough. So Aquarius, part of your soul's purpose, part of your journey is to learn that there is always enough. You are the star and that energy of healing, of understanding, there may be situations in your life or patterns that you have seen in either your behavior or the type of people that you attract into your life that either make you feel like you're not enough or that, the world doesn't have, offer you enough in the form of abundance. So that could come in, your material goods. So let's see what your soul's traveler card is. Value and courage. Take action with passion. Going after what it is that you truly want, knowing that you're worthy of it, knowing that there is enough out there, that if somebody gets a slice of the pie, there's still pie left for you, that, the pie never runs out. So that's a lovely energy. A little bit, I think it's interesting, a little bit kind of like Libra's reading, understand, coming into an energy of understanding that you are worthy of all that you truly want. All you have to do is step into the courage of going after what it is that you want, taking the action, show the world the real you, taking the action of going out, understanding that there is something that you truly want, going after it, showing the world, telling those people, those, situations, yourself, okay, telling yourself what it is that you truly want. You may actually, there's almost like a sense of denying yourself what it is that you truly want. Perhaps because down deep inside, you're just worried you're not worthy of it, or, it'll never happen for you because there's not enough. So you may feel like everybody else in your life or everybody else in the world is getting, a piece of the pie, their fair share. But for some reason you feel like you're the last one to the table, kind of. So you're not going to get what it is that you truly want, which is not true. So let's take a look at your soul's purpose and then the major obstacle in stepping onto this path. The fates. Wow. By the book. See, you are a manifester of whatever it is that you truly want. By the book is the law of attraction. Doing those things on a daily basis that help you to manifest in this life what it is that you truly want. You may be thinking about it, but it's almost as if you're doing too much thinking and not enough action. Sometimes this is also an indication of you're not really sure what it is that you want. Not taking the time to listen to your heart, to going within and trying to figure out what is destined for you. So we have the fates. Look at all the stars on there, right? You are fated to have whatever it is that you want. That destiny does want to answer your prayers to bring you what it is that you want. The thing here is that what's blocking this is the divine feminine energy of allowing it to come. So I really feel this energy is really strong about you perhaps just not feeling like you're allowed it, that you are worthy of it, that even It's almost like you're not even asking for it because you just think you won't get it. So why bother asking, right? Interesting. So let's go try to figure out what is, what is the obstacle here down deep inside. So we're going to take a look at your light attributes. Your light attributes are where your gifts and talents lie in order to help shine your light. And to spread love throughout the world, which is why we're all here. And then we're going to take a look at your shadow attribute. Now, sometimes that can be difficult, taking a look at what our shadow attribute is, but it does help us to understand better about why, why we may be acting or reacting or thinking in a certain way, because our shadow attribute is really the inner child wound or a inner child wound that we are trying to heal. So it's not that there's something bad about us, right? It's about healing a wound. So it'll give us a good indication about, maybe the wound that you need to heal in order to feel like you are worthy, of whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. So let's take a look here and see what we have. Yeah. Okay. Virgin is your overall, the light attribute, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. And the shadow is fear of intimate union. Now, it's interesting because Scorpio had this energy. And we just had the full moon in Scorpio about going deep. There could be some, I feel like for some of you, what you're trying to actually manifest is a true love connection here. But there's a little bit of a sense of not feeling worthy of a true intimate relationship. And this does not mean a physical intimate relationship. It's more of an emotional, mental relationship here that you may be fearing. And the reason is, part of this. So we'll get to that. Yeah, there's something about worthiness here. Maintaining a symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Okay, so that is your light attribute. It's staying within your purity of who you are and what it is that you truly want. When you stand in that energy of really owning, of allowing yourself to dream about what it is that you want, and I feel for some of you, this is a love connection. Then what happens is your love and your light shines in order to help attract what it is, the person. I think it's really a person, the person that you're wanting to have come into your life, to have an intimate union with. So I feel like the problem is that you can maybe get into that energy for a while, but then when it doesn't manifest, the person doesn't come in as quickly as it is that you want, or the things that you're trying to manifest do not come in as quickly as you want them to, then you fall into an energy of feeling like you're not worthy. It didn't come in, or it didn't come in the way that I wanted it to. So, the divine thinks I'm not worthy of it. I'll never acquire this. I'm not good enough, that type of energy. So your light attribute at this time on your path is the warrior, strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. See, when we feel like there isn't enough or we're not worthy enough, it's the ego that's trying to protect your heart. Your ego is saying, hey, Aquarius, don't go doing that manifesting stuff because, if you do that manifesting stuff, there's a good chance that you might not get what you want, or it might not be exactly what you want. So your heart's going to be broken. So let's just not even bother manifesting. Let's go do something else instead, Your ego is there to protect you, And so your light attribute is that you can conquer the ego. But I feel that part of the problem is that if it doesn't come in fast enough, right? You feel like I'm just going to be a servant the rest of my life, because the shadow is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with your life. I don't have enough. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough beauty. I don't have enough intelligence. I don't have enough perseverance in order to manifest whatever it is that I want. So I'm not even going to try. So it's an energy of, I feel like it's up and down. Like one day you might be like, no, I can do this. I can attract whatever it is that I really want, or whoever I really want. And then the next day, if it doesn't show up that day, or 2 days or in 3 days, right? Then you go, oh, forget it. I can't do this. I'm not worthy. It's, the universe is never going to send that person, that situation, whatever it is, into my life. Well, as soon as you start thinking that it can't happen, guess what? The universe gives up. You have to give the universe a little bit of time. Things, people, situations have to come onto your path. They have to rearrange other things in order for you to manifest whatever it is. So it's kind of like, you want instant gratification in your manifesting. And when you don't get it, your ego is stepping in and saying, well, Aquarius, you can't have that. If it didn't, your ego is probably saying, if it didn't come by now, forget it. Say you put it out to the universe at 8 a.m., I want, someone to come into my life that loves who I am and what I do and doesn't want to change me, accepts me for who I am. That's 8 a.m. By 5 o'clock, it's time for dinner. And you're like, yeah, well, they didn't show up. They're not here for dinner, so I guess they're never going to show up. I'm kind of exaggerating. Okay, but that's kind of the energy that is here. So let's go to the tarot. Let's see how this is playing out right now in your life. Yeah. Okay. King of Pentacles. There's that energy. Whenever we see, this lack of money, an energy of, wanting more tangibly, things that you can hold. That is also a sense of our self-worth. Our pentacles are associated with our worth. Underneath, that you are the King of Pentacles. Underneath, subconsciously, that you are worthy of everything it is that you want. If you think about it, the King of Pentacles is, the top dog, if you will, in the Pentacles world. Very business savvy, can create whatever tangible things that he wants in his life. Gender doesn't matter. He gets the justice, he gets everything that he is entitled to, if you will, with the justice card. He's willing to put the time and energy into it because he knows he can create this very balanced world where he has more than he needs, so he can equally share with other people. He can, be generous. So your present energy is the High Priestess, understanding, knowing down deep inside that you do have what it takes to create whatever it is that you're wanting in your life. It's just that this is, this is the universe talking to you. This is your heart, your soul telling you that you are worthy of it all. It's your ego that's in the way right now telling you, no, you're not going to get that. It's almost as if the ego is kind of like, sitting there telling you, yeah, the High Priestess doesn't know what she's talking about. You see how she's hiding behind that veil? Yeah, she's got secrets. She's not telling you that you're not worthy of it. She could be even laughing at you because, you're sitting there thinking you can have whatever it is that you want. I feel like part of this is, it could be part of, from childhood, an energy of, feeling like you had to earn things, and, you know, a lot of times parents are kind of, you know, tie, you know, rewards, tangible rewards, toys, or, you know, special bike or whatever it is that you're wanting. They tie that to, well, if you, you know, get straight A's, or, you know, you do your chores every day and I don't have to remind you, or whatever. There's this energy of feeling like you have to work super hard to get everything. So it's almost as if, you know, you could have even had a situation where you thought you earned the reward, and then your parents were like, well, no, we've changed our mind, or something came up so they couldn't afford it, or something like that. And so it's kind of like, yeah, it doesn't matter how hard I work, I'm still not going to get it in the end. Because there's almost like a sense of feeling defeated before you even really actually start. Or you'll start and then, you know, it's kind of like going on a diet, right? And you start the diet on Monday, and you want to lose 10 pounds. And then you get on the scale on Wednesday, and you've been dieting and exercising and drinking your water and doing everything, you know, that you think. You get on the scale on Wednesday, maybe you've even gained half a pound, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, like here I am, I'm starving myself, I'm like exercising. Well, who knows, you know, you could have, whatever, you know, it's like, well, you know, if you give up on the diet right then, there's no way you could ever lose the 10 pounds. But if you say, okay, well, my body's just adjusting or whatever, I'll give it, you know, a little bit more time, then, you know, you have that energy that you just keep going. Yeah, there's something here about giving up. Yeah. 7 of Wands, always feeling like you have to defend yourself, you know, fight. It's almost like you have to fight for every single thing that you want. You know, it's kind of like you drop the burden of trying to manifest something and you move on to the next thing before the universe can even get things rolling. You may be changing your mind a lot. Like, you know, oh, I want a sports car. And then when the sports car doesn't show up, oh, well, that's okay because I want an SUV. And the SUV doesn't show up, then it's kind of like, okay, well, that's fine. I want a motorcycle. You know, like it's almost like changing your mind and going in a new direction before the universe even has a chance of helping you out, to bringing the people, the situations, on the opportunities onto your path so that you can have what you want. Yeah, Page of Swords. It's kind of like, here it is. This is the dreamy you, right? And then this is the reality. The dreamy you is just, it's not, the dreamy you is not sticking around long enough for the reality to come in. Because your obstacle is the 5 of Cups. You know, looking at what hasn't come into your life instead of being grateful for what is in your life. Looking at what you've lost instead of what you have gained in a certain situation. So let's clarify that. Yeah, it's really, you know, I'm going to come back to this. It's about taking the courage, valiant courage, determined courage, you know, to take action with passion, to put it, it's almost like you have to really put your, put King of Pentacles again, put your passion into action. Yeah, turn that around. Put your passion into your action. Getting into your heart space, understanding what is it that you really want, listening to your heart, to your soul, to the High Priestess. What is it that you really want? Taking some time to gain this wisdom. I think you're changing your mind a lot. And part of it is because you don't really know what you want. So it's easy to change your mind when it doesn't show up, because then you're kind of like, well, I guess that's not meant to be. So I'll move on to the next thing that I want, that I think I might want. What you're not understanding is that you have something really faded. I feel like you haven't come across this yet. You haven't determined what this is. It's almost as if you are trying to manifest things when they don't happen, then you cross them off your list of possible destiny, fated things to have in your life. Because your advice here is to work with spirit, to understand that things come on your path in the divine time, that your part of this is allowing things to happen in the divine time, that your part in this is also not being attached to a certain outcome and at a certain time. Understanding that all of this is takes time. It's almost as if you're impatient. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, there's a need, Knight of Pentacles, there's a need to heal something that you have lost in the past. So let's go back to this. Did you lose money in the past? Did you lose something that you thought you were destined to have? Or a path that you thought was a part of your destiny? Like, say you wanted to be, I don't know, I'm going to say a rock star. Say you wanted to be a rock star when you were a child. And, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. So it's almost as if, well, if that didn't come true, then nothing can come true. It's almost like an all or nothing type of energy. If one thing doesn't come to me that I want, then nothing will come to me that I want. Understanding that it's your passion. It's walking in, taking action with your passion, being inspired. To understand that what you want is really important to you, but it's also like important to, your spirit guides, your angels. They want you to be happy. They want you to feel inspired. They want you to be in that energy, because when you're in that energy, when you can conquer the ego, you can be grateful for what you have, you can stay in that high manifesting, high vibe energy, then you're shining your light and love out to the world, and that is what you're called to do. But when you are in kind of an energy of feeling like you're never going to get what it is that you truly want, then your vibration comes down, your light and love are dimmed. So you're really being called to stay in that energy of listening to what it is that you really want, and then moving, taking action, being determined to go after it. I think I'm going to clarify this, and then I think what I'm going to do is clarify this other card, because I feel as if Ten of Pentacles, coming into this sense of feeling you are worthy of what it is that you truly want. Looking at all the options of all the things that you could manifest in this lifetime, and then rushing. Look at both of these. The Knight of Swords and the Chariot card. Being victorious, being determined to go after what it is that you want. Looking at the options, choosing the options that you want and going for it. And staying focused on it. Look at both of those, riders are focused, determined to get what it is that you want. Okay, let's see what it is that you do want. What is it? Let's go with this, by the book. What is it that you want? For some of you, I feel like it's love. But you have to step into, you're not going to manifest somebody that, if you're here, it's kind of like you're on a dating app, right? And the photos of, prospective dates is popping up on the screen. And you're judging whether or not that if you would like to be with the person on the screen or not, if they are somebody that you're attracted to. It's as if you're looking at the persons on the screen and trying to determine if they would want to be with you. Okay? So it's kind of like, Oh, well, that person is too attractive. They wouldn't want to be with me. Oh, that person is too much of a world traveler. They wouldn't want to be with me. Well, it's almost as if you are discounting options, not based on what you want, but on what you think other people, other situations don't want. That you're feeling like they don't want you, but you're not even like throwing your hat into the ring. That's how I feel, not even opening doors of opportunities, of love prospects, of jobs, of careers, of whatever it is that you're wanting. It's kind of like you're determining somehow, for some reason, that the things that you want don't want you. And that's not true. That's definitely not true. So it's about coming back. I think you had the Hangman. Yeah. Finding the different perspective. Thinking about what it is that you want instead of what you think other things, people, relationships, situations don't want. Really interesting. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Knight of Pentacles again. This is taking some time. You're wanting to step into this other world of taking action, of really being inspired. The Knight of Wands is fast moving, knows what he wants and goes after it, You're trying to step into that world. The problem here, Aquarius, is the Ace of Cups. Loving yourself enough to give yourself the permission to go out there and go after what it is that you want. It's all about giving yourself the permission to go after this. Instead of just feeling like nothing out there wants me. Oh, Aquarius. So I would say that one of the questions, and we're going to pull a soul truth cards. These help sometimes in this situation too. But, asking yourself why you feel as if nothing out there would want to come to you, right? Why is it that you're not taking action and trying to actually manifest something that you want? What do I resist feeling right now? So there's something that you're resisting, a feeling that you're resisting. With this full moon in Scorpio, some of these feelings may have come up for you. So let me read this, and while I'm reading it, try to maybe think about the feeling that you're trying to resist. Because if you heal that feeling, then I feel like you'll step into this inspired action. Okay, we have to feel it to heal it. In order to let go of pain, we first have to honor its existence. Emotions are like waves. Some are soft, some are fierce, some are layered, and some will sweep you off your feet. When we allow ourselves to feel it all, we can then release what no longer serves us. Allow yourself to feel this wave. Let it move through you, no matter how long it lasts. Then release it back into the ocean. Feel it, heal it, enjoy the sweet freedom within your soul. Yeah, so let's see. I am going to clarify this. Let's clarify this, the shadow about, the pain that is for some reason holding you back, making you feel unworthy. Oh. Okay, Queen of Swords on the bottom. That's air sign, so, that's you, or Gemini, or Libra. But with the Queen of Swords, I'm also getting, you want to get determined to choose a path and go that way. The problem is that you are really anxious about perhaps committing yourself to something. You may have been in a committed relationship and it ended. Something that was long-term ended. So now you may feel like nothing ever lasts. Yeah, because here we have the Page of Wands. There's something from the past or from your childhood. something that, you know, somebody never got clear about taking action on. You know, the Page of Wands is in reverse. It could be that there was a special person in your life and they never, you know, like you were in a relationship for a while, but then they never committed, you know, and then for whatever reason, the relationship ended. But there's a sense of you lost out in something a while ago, something that you really wanted, perhaps as a child. And when you didn't get it, it's almost as if you gave up hope of ever getting anything that was destined, you know, or fated. You were like, no, the fates almost don't exist for me because there was something that you didn't get. It could be even, you know, like you may have really wanted something for Christmas or something like that. And then, you know, you didn't get it. I'm hearing bike. So maybe when you were a child, you really wanted, they're showing me a red bike, like a 2-wheel bike. So maybe, you know, that's not going to resonate with everybody, but maybe there was something that you really and truly wanted. You really believed, you know, you believed Santa was going to bring you that bike, that you were destined to have that bike. And then the bike wasn't there on Christmas Day. So it was almost as if, well, then there you go. Doesn't matter how much I wish for it. It's just not going to ever come true. So you're being asked, you know, to have the courage to go back out there, to go after whatever it is that you truly want. Encouragement. Your love is invaluable to the earth and to those around you. Even though you may not always see the positive effect your love has on others, trust, for it does. Each time you offer love through a loving gesture, thought, or word, you plant a seed of love, and love always generates more love. Trust and continue your loving work. You know, I feel as if, you know, it's interesting because at the beginning they kept saying, you know, your mission is to shine your love and light. And I had not been getting that with the others. I mean, you know, we're all here to shine our love and light, but they repeated it to me a couple of times. And then I think it's interesting that your angel message is about shining your love, you know, stepping into that energy of, you know, you could have had a difficult ending to a long-term committed relationship, a marriage, something that you thought was going to last forever. And when that ended, you really fell into an energy of feeling as if you were not worthy of love. So why send out love? Why be in the graces of love? Why even think about having love? Well, you know, I want you to know, Aquarius, you have a fated love on your path. There is somebody that is, you know, they're saying in the wings, you know, like on the stage, the wings, somebody in the wings waiting for you. Your job is to get back into that loving energy that you definitely possess and have and are worthy of feeling, and stepping into that energy because this person is ready to come in for you. You know, this is the number 11, master number, twin flame, bringing equals together, you know. So really lovely. Well, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation, all your situations. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. But please be kind and gentle with yourself as you're moving through these energies. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.